Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Today we have 2002 Toyota Tacoma two-wheel drive SR5 with manual transmission, and she came for a complaint that transmission is not working correctly. The explanation of the owners was transmission, we cannot operate it, especially when it's cold in the morning. It will be hard to shift. When the transmission and engine will warm up, the situation will improve and it will be drivable, everything will be fine. But the very next morning on the cold start, the transmission will be hard to shift. What we did, the owners said, what we did, we tried to replace, in the past, not recently, but in the past, we tried to replace the transmission gear oil. We did that, but it didn't really help. Maybe tiny bit, but it didn't really help. So we don't know what to do with it. We brought it to you. Please diagnose and repair. So I got the vehicle and I had to confirm the complaint. If the transmission is hard to shift. When I started it up, I immediately started hearing the throw-out bearing, which is part of the clutch. And I put in the gear all the way to the floor, the pedal. And when I'm releasing the pedal, it started immediately engaging on the floor. Let's say there was a 1 inch only of the movement of the floor, of the very bottom of the pedal, and it will start grabbing and engaging in the gear. I was able normally shift with it, even on the cold, because the vehicle stayed here overnight. I had as many days as I wanted. It's their secondary or whatever vehicle, so they don't need it back. I just drove it around the building. It's totally fine. It's just the clutch is way on the floor. And now it's the question. I don't think there's any problem with the transmission. But now it's the question. Is the clutch finished? Because we also hear the throw-out bearing. Or the hydraulic system doesn't work correctly. So this is what I did. I just want to show you my steps. And you can hopefully use it in the future for yourself, what I did today and how I fixed that. So right here in the engine bay, you have to find where the clutch system is. And I saw from the distance that this brake fluid is nice and clear and beautiful. But when I looked here, that's a clutch hydraulic fluid or the brake fluid container. And there is a master clutch cylinder underneath that. When I saw this, it was completely black. When I opened this lid and I removed this floaty, this was absolutely black and neglected. Why somebody did the brake clutch and not the, brake fluid and not the clutch fluid in the same time, I don't know. Maybe the service offered that. Maybe they said no, who knows? But many times I find these. This will be clean and this is absolutely black. So what I did, using gloves and protective glasses, when you work on this, the brake fluid is extremely dangerous to the human body, eyes and so on. I vacuumed all this fluid from here. I removed the floater, vacuumed it. I manually with the shop towels cleaned this entire container, because on the bottom there was like a muddy debris. I cleaned it perfectly. I filled it up with a fresh brake fluid. I'm using that O'Reilly synthetic .3 brake fluid. So this is what I poured in, and it was beautifully clean. So next step in this procedure was for me to locate the transmission, to locate the clutch slave cylinder. It's the one which is the secondary. On the top is master, and here is the slave. So it's this part, the red one, and it has a bleeder. Right here, it's a bleeder screw, and there is a rubber cap. So I removed the rubber cap and took a 10mm wrench and cracked open this bleeder to see if the fluid will be coming out. And it should be black contaminated fluid. That slave cylinder was so plugged that there was nothing coming out. I applied the vacuum, nothing was coming out. I completely unscrewed the bleeder screw, the 10mm, and nothing was coming out. In this case, I was pretty confident all that black residue, that muck, completely plugged it up. So having a fresh fluid up there, I actually went in the cabin and carefully pushed that pedal. And when this is open, and I had it only cracked open, not without the screw, I put that bleeder screw all the way back, then I cracked it open, and I attached this adapter so it's not spraying all over, and multiple times I pushed the pedal, the clutch pedal, in the cabin. That should go very easy all the way to the floor, then you let go all the way floor. You can do it 3 times because you don't want to lose all the fresh fluid in that master. After that I closed that with 10mm wrench, lowered the vehicle, and refilled, because I lost the fluid, I refilled that master with this fully synthetic .3 brake fluid. Having the master full again, I carefully applied the vacuum, and I kept sucking that fluid. I poured it here. I kept sucking it out using the vacuum carefully. Carefully meaning I don't want to ever run out of the fluid top there. I was sucking it out until I saw I'm finally getting that clear .3 brake fluid in the line, and that was the end of the clutch fluid flush. I closed the bleeder with the 10mm wrench, installed the cap back, and did the final fill up there in the engine bay. I know the owners told me that while ago they replaced the transmission fluid, but I cannot just take their word for it. I inspected it. So first the filler cap, 24mm socket. You crack open this, and there should be either fluid coming very slightly out, or you can use your pinky. You should be able to touch it. Good, I did that because the lever was low. So I'm like, okay, who knows what shape it is. Then 24mm drain plug. I undo that. I carefully cracked it open and saw what came out as a sample. But again, fluid was already contaminated. There was a black particles in it, so I drained the whole transmission. In this case, the fill is 2.7 quarts, US quarts, and I have in this caddy, I have this full synthetic SAE 75W90, that's from O'Reilly, and I pumped 2.7 quarts of this gorgeous, clean, transparent synthetic gear oil until basically it starts overflowing, and that gives you the level. After that I torqued these, and now we will see how the whole thing operates. So let's go and see how successful we are or we are not, and if they need a new clutch or if they need new transmission. Here you can see it. Where shall I put? the camera the best so you can see the clutch. 211,559. And basically what it was doing before, I pushed it all the way in. Listen to the throwout bearing. So that's going bad, but it doesn't mean immediately that the clutch and throwout bearing has to be replaced. It's not true. They sometimes last for years and years and years. So all the way to the floor. And before, when I barely moved it inch, it will already engage the gears. So the people said what they said, right? Okay, have a light. Now let's put the gear. And now, what will be the difference? That's already inch and we are not moving. 2 inches, we are still not moving. Oh yeah, and now the movement happened. So again here, I move after like almost halfway, which is very actually correct for this situation. Of course, the fluids didn't change the throwout bearing situation. However, this vehicle will be totally normally drivable for these owners, and I'm sure they will appreciate the fact they don't have to spend thousands either on transmission or the entire clutch repair. And with the amount of miles, the small amount of miles they keep driving this, because it's a secondary or whatever vehicle, it might, a throwout bearing might last for years. Totally possible. I hope this video will help someone or many of you to diagnose your own similar problem. As I said, there were many options. It could have been bad clutch, and if the fluid was good, it will not help flushing it, but in this case it was fully contaminated, plugged, therefore the hydraulic system was not working correctly, therefore we were able to create this improvement or correction, and the vehicle can be happily driven again. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned, I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.